Jeez. Are we live? What's going on?
I just hope I got everything right. But we are
I
live.
don't know what's going on today. I think it's the solar storms, Gray.
I'm telling you, man. But hey,
Oh man,
anybody
how's
who
everyone doing?
I hope everybody's doing good. Anybody who misses this live stream is going to miss out. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, man, I'll tell you what. Whoever's here now, you better stay, because I mean, I don't know what Gray is giving away, but man, on my side, we're giving away a few, only 3 things, but some pretty nice little things we're giving away. So stay till the end. Make sure that you have a good chance to win.
Absolutely. Yeah, and like I said, in regards to your internet connection, that's just life, brother. And if people have been watching you for a long time, they know you've always had some internet issues and whatnot. So it's just going to be what it is,
Yeah, I'm just surprised that I'm coming in loud and clear, because man, I have terrible internet connection right now. But we'll go ahead and we'll go with it. We will go with it.
Yeah, the video quality is but your voice is coming in sharp. So
okay, great.
Sharon says, maybe I'll win for the first time in my lifetime.
Well, forget it. She's not going to have a chance, because Ann Palmer from the great state of Louisiana is in the chats, and she always wins. So we might as well check off Ann Palmer as one of the winners.
Oh man, so we got to find a day. There has to be another. Well, I guess you've tried every option in regards to internet in your area, right? Because you've tried like all these different services and whatnot.
One thing I haven't tried, and the reason I haven't tried this one last thing, is because right now the exception are the bad days. So if I have a bad day here or there, that is the exception. Most days are good, and it's working really well with the data plan that I have with my phones. So my internet is hotspot, and my phone coverage just changed for 0 upgrade charge from 50 gigs a month for uploading to 100 gigs a month. So I'm good, man, so far.
Nice.
Starlink is the only thing I haven't tried.
Yeah, I've been looking at
Starlink out here. Yeah, Starlink would work out here. But you know what? I've heard about Starlink that there are times where it turns off momentarily for like 2 or 3 seconds and then comes right back up. That would be terrible for doing live streams.
Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah, that would definitely be it. Well, folks, this is number 25. And if you look at number 25, I think me and Rudy may have missed one live stream. And so we've been doing this for 6 months straight. 6 months straight, folks. And you guys are still here.
You know what? And you know what? What's funny, Gray? We might have to miss next Monday. Because next Monday is Memorial Day, right? But I'm taking a trip on the weekend, and I believe we won't be back till like Tuesday. But if I talk to my wife and I get her some roses or something, I might be able to have you host the live on your channel and me join in with my phone.
Okay.
So that's up to you, though. But I have to talk to my wife first and see if that'll work out. All right.
You let me know,
and later on this week.
Yeah, you let me know how it plays out, and we'll do what we can. Like I said, I don't think I have anything planned. As far as I know, she hasn't mentioned anything to me, so I think we should be good to go if you decide to. If not, we'll take a break, man. So we'll take a night off and relax and enjoy the day, for what it is. I figure on this live stream, Rudy, what we'll do is we'll just have a casual conversation. We'll let the viewers be involved and, put everything. Like I think I watch, if one of your live streams, you said, put it in all caps if you have a question for me so that we can see it. I know some people do the super chats, which is dandy and all, but it's not necessary. As long as you put it in all caps, I'm going to try to catch it. And we'll answer the questions. Some of you folks have been having probably questions for months that we haven't been able to have an opportunity to answer. Outside of that, there's a few things floating around that we could talk about as well, but
hey, great. We have to take care of business first. Okay. because
I'm
the
listening.
internet bill doesn't pay itself. So, Gray, are you affiliated with Jace Medical?
Yeah, I'm with Jace Medical.
Okay, well, since you're with Jace Medical, we'll go ahead and throw on your side and then throw on my side. With Jace Medical, ladies and gentlemen, till the end of May, they are having a Jace Go Bag on sale for 129 bucks. And I think you, just like I do, Gray, probably have a $10 coupon, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I got it somewhere. I'm looking it up as we speak.
So if you're in the market for any medical grade antibiotics that are prescribed by a doctor, a real doctor, and filled by a real pharmacist before they ship it to you, take a look at Gray's description, click on Jace Medical, and use this coupon for $10 off. All right. And also, I wanted to go ahead and throw this out there. I haven't even said this on my channel, Gray, but Jace just got some better prices for the Jace Medical anything in Canada, because Jace also, yeah, they also sell in Canada. And before, the Jace case in Canada used to be $349 Canadian. Now it's $249. So that's a great deal for the Canadians. So our brothers and sisters to my south and your north, go check that out too if you're in the market for that. Now, for the second one, Opus, on my channel, go to any one of my videos or my latest video. Opus has a sale that will extend through the 29th of May. It's like a summer camping sale where they're selling a whole bunch of bundles at a really good price, but they also gave me a 10% off coupon. I'm not sure how many other people out there on YouTube got a 10% off coupon, but my 10% off coupon will be good all the way through the end of May. So take advantage of that if you're in the market for any of that, either on my or Gray's channel. And I have to say, thank you very much for your support, ladies and gentlemen. And only get these things if you were going to get them anyways. Gray, take it away.
Well, I want to say I just saw something pop up. It says, "Love is everything." It says, "It's my 36th wedding anniversary tomorrow. We got married in the UK where my husband was stationed at while in the United States Air Force." So congratulations and happy anniversary, Love is Everything.
Yes,
That's awesome.
congratulations. Who's that? Oh, is that Love is Everything?
Love is everything, man.
Oh, that's awesome. Congratulations. 36 years?
36 years. 36,
wow.
Man. That's awesome, man. That's a beautiful thing, folks. I did catch this question from UK Urban Prepper. It says, GreyMan Prepping, can you tell me what camera you use? It's crystal clear. So this camera in front of me right here is what they call a DLSR camera. It's a Canon 90D crop sensor camera. It's one of my photography cameras that I have upgraded to a different camera now to do my photography work. Some of you folks may know I do photography work on the side. Nice. I'm a hustler. I got this job. I got that job. I got that job. I got to have lots of streams of revenue coming in to make things happen in this for my family. But this one I've made stationary now here that I use for YouTube. So it's a high-end camera. It probably runs you about $800-900 at this point if you can catch it on sale, or get a used one for maybe $500-600 if that's what you're really looking for that type of live stream. It's rigged up through the laptop that I have here. But yeah, I like it too. It does a good job.
You're going to have to take a trip over here, Gray, so that you can set up my lighting and stuff.
If I wish I could, I don't know if I can do this from this end because I have a 36-inch grid lighting system right here that's facing my face. I also have two stand-up grids over here lighting the background, of course, backlighting. I have an additional light here if I need it for the face, but it's ridiculous. The amount, it's like it's like a studio. It's like a television studio.
You know what I got, Gray? I got a light right here, and I got the light coming in from the window. That's it.
I do have one key light right behind me at the top of the roof, pointing at my head to give me, to show my hair. They call it a hair light, but I just call it my headlight. All
right.
Now, Rudy, I do got to ask you a couple of questions, man, before we get too far in. Hopefully, I haven't missed any questions. How about those metal markets? We'll talk about that here in a second.
Yeah, Rudy, we'll talk about that, man. We can talk about that all you want.
Yeah, you like flashlights, right?
I love flashlights, man. I mean, when you think about it, light is a great motivator. If you've ever gone with a lights out scenario and you didn't have a flashlight or a candle, man, it really depresses you because you really you really can't move. It makes you immobile. So having light is something that can really keep your motivation up. You know, keep up your morale.
It's truly important. And I agree. I just recently completed a review on Saturday for this light, and I wanted to get your
Very
opinion just on the
nice.
light itself, because it's a standard flashlight. 5,000 lumens. It's a pretty nice light, but the aspect of this bottom light that acts as a lantern, man, to me that was something
It's
I've never
cool.
seen on a light before. Like to have that bottom light like it's a lantern. I was
That
like, that is
is
pretty neat.
very cool. And
Yeah,
that's what I like about companies that are always innovating. Because
absolutely,
who
man.
who would have thought about that, right? Now, listen, I am a one flashlight kind of guy now, right? Because I love hybrid lights. I love them because they're simple, they're not complicated, they're not very expensive, and they pretty much last forever. They're very rugged. And oh my goodness, ooh, we got a nice little gust of wind out there. Some stuff fell over. So I really like hybrid lights. They're not fancy or anything like that, but they can take a good beating. But having said that, I love flashlights, and seeing what you have there makes me want to get one because that's really cool.
It is. It was quite interesting when they sent it to me because they didn't really tell me what was going on because they had to keep it under wraps. And when I opened it, I told them, I said, this is very, very innovative. You know what I mean? The fact that you can use it as a torch lantern, kind of in that scenario with the magnetic and all that stuff like that, you can click it on stuff in the video. But then all of a sudden, you hear something in the dark, you can just switch that switch and you have a, 5,000 lumen floodlight to light things up on the opposite end. I was like, that's awesome. You know what I mean? Quite
Right.
intuitive. But I know you're a flashlight guy like myself, and I was like, I got to show this to Rudy because sometimes, folks, when it comes to review videos, how folks, it's either give or take. But this
I
review is
mean,
actually
I don't
good.
know, Gray. Gray, I think you ought to jot this down on your notes there. Rudy wants one of these flashlights for Christmas.
Rudy wants one of the.
Yeah, I think you ought to jot that down there. I mean, you have my address is in the description of my videos, Gray.
I did. I forgot to send you my P.O Box, and I don't know if you got that message.
No,
sent
I
it
got
right.
it. I got it. You sent
got
it to
it?
me. I
Okay.
got it.
All right. So let's jump back into the. Let's see if anybody's sending us any questions while we're sitting here bantering. I know Pony Girl wrote.
Deep
I
South
heard the white.
Mama with Mr. Tom is in the chats.
Mr. Tom, good to see you, brother. I heard the White House expelled some loud gas in Georgia. Is that part of the green movement? It possibly could be. I'm going to scroll down here and see if I see anything. If you catch anything before I do, please let me know.
Yeah, man. Go all the way to the bottom. Just go all the way to the bottom to UK Urban Prepper. He's got a great question. And I'm going to answer it the way that I usually answer it, but then I'll go ahead and give it the second answer, I guess, the answer he really wants to hear. Can you put that up there? It's at 317 UK Urban Prepper.
Okay. I see another question by Big Country. We'll get to that one, Big Country, in a second.
Well, there it is, right there. So UK Urban Prepper asks, how close do you think we are to a real SHTF? Days, weeks, months, or years? I'm going to assume that you're talking about a systemic SHTF, meaning that it's not something that's local, but something that affects the entire nation at a minimum, if not the entire world, right? That's what I'm assuming that you're thinking as far as a real SHTF, UK Urban Prepper. So, oh, man, I want to say that I think that we are closer than farther away to having a systemic SHTF. And what I mean about SHTF is that the financial system, it cannot continue to go. It's just, I know how they've kept it going this far. They've kept it going this far because they invented quantitative easing in 2008. That's what really allowed the system to continue to go. But this system, in all honesty, is literally dead. I mean, it is dead. There is nowhere near the amount of liquidity in the system that there is debt. So think about that. The liquidity in the system is probably in the trillions. The debt in the system is is in the quadrillions, if not close to quintillions. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So this is the first and foremost thing that I would say is what we need to watch out for as far as having a systemic event that they can then use in order to enslave us further with a CBDC, 15-minute cities, etc., etc. Now, there's another SHTF that we really don't know when it will occur, but it's been occurring more and more often in the last month or so, just not targeted at the United States, excuse me, not targeted at the Earth. And that's CMEs and solar storms coming from the sun. There was a CME that left the sun. I think it was early this morning. Thank God it was in the opposite direction, which was an X20 solar flare.
Mm-hmm.
X20. That is called a, what is it that they call those? A kill shot. That
Kill
would
shot,
be a
yeah.
kill shot solar storm to the Earth, but it was pointed the opposite direction. The bad part about that is that that CME exited a group of sunspots that equal to or are larger than the sunspots that caused the Carrington event, and it's supposed to be facing towards the Earth again in about 2 weeks. So the truth is that we really don't know. All we can do is think. Like anyone with any common sense in 2008 would have said, "This is it. This is it. Now you better have your rice and beans because this is it." Right? But it didn't happen. Why? Because technology, the internet, computers, algorithms allowed the Federal Reserve and the government to continue to kick the can down the road. Right? Something happening with the sun is 100% chance. So what I have to say is that just be ready. Just be ready for anything, but live your life. Okay?
No, and I would agree. To me, I think our greatest threat is either the sun or our economy. Those two are my biggest things where I focus on in regards to what's the possible to collapse the United States and abroad. Because the U.S. economy collapses, it affects the entire planet.
Yep. Well, you know what, Gray? I would say that it will affect the entire planet. However, I think that the BRICS bloc of nations will not be as affected as we here in the United States would. If the Federal Reserve note ceases to be the world reserve currency, well, let me put it this way. Now, this is my opinion, but I think it's well grounded. When the Federal Reserve note, when it ceases to be the world reserve currency, these United States, unless it takes enough time for us to be able to bring back all our manufacturing home, right? If we can bring back all our manufacturing home before the Federal Reserve is no longer the world reserve currency, we are going to be better off than now. We're still going to be having a standard of living that's probably about half of what it is now. But the other option is that if we don't bring back our manufacturing to the United States, if we don't start drilling all of the oil that we consume here in the United States ourselves, if we don't stop, if we don't stop growing our own food, we have to start growing all of our own food, everything that we can do ourselves internally. If we don't do that stuff and we get off as the world reserve currency, we are a third world country overnight. Meaning that if tonight they announce that the world currency is no longer the Federal Reserve note, tomorrow we're a third world country. That's just as plain and simple as I can put it. So that's what you have to get ready for. Tomorrow we'll be a third world country if we lose the Federal Reserve as the world reserve currency. Plain and simple.
And I give credit to what you're saying in regard to the BRICS nation, because they're slowly encompassing other countries to fall into that same category with the BRICS nation with the bilateral trading and whatnot. And a lot of currencies, there's people are starting to transfer over to currencies that are backed by gold and silver and precious metals and stuff like that.
I mean, think about it, Gray. If what are the consequences of the Federal Reserve note not being the world reserve currency? One of them is very simple. Countries around the world no longer have to hoard Federal Reserve notes, US dollars. They don't have to keep them in their central banks anymore. So where are they going? Let's say that you were the president of Nigeria, all right, Gray, and you were sitting on a hoard of US dollars. And tomorrow the US dollar ceases to be the world reserve currency. What would you do with those dollars?
I would say the United States of America, here you go. You can take them back.
Take them back and give me something in return, something of value. Okay? right? That's what you would do because you want something for your dollars. You know, that is value to you. So the only place that you're going to be able to spend them is anywhere that will be able to take them. And if they're no longer the world reserve currency, then we don't produce so many goods and services that go outside of our borders that there is a need for that many dollars. Meaning that if all of these dollars start being flooded back into the United States, we have to take them unless we default. And if we
Yeah.
default, it will be even worse. All right, it'll be even worse if we default. So as we're taking in all of those dollars, the reason that I say that we will become a third world country overnight is because we will experience what is hyperinflation. Look at what's going on in Argentina right now, who's having 250, 260% hyperinflation as we speak. But for us, it will probably be a lot worse than that.
I agree. Let me see. Where are you at, Big Country? Big Country, you had mentioned about the Olight that I was showing you. The pod system has a connection for a tripod, and they do show it on there. It works with a standard, I think, 1/4-inch thread tripod, but you can get adapters like your 3/8 and your other versions, and you can use them. I didn't just show that in my video because I figured most folks are probably going to use the magnetic side of this thing versus adding it to a tripod, but you could definitely add a tripod to that system. It's made for that. It has a little hole at the bottom of the cap part that goes on there, the base part, where you can charge it as well. All right, now I'm gonna see. I know there's other comments because I saw Sarah Marat. I just got to find her comment. Oh, here it is. She said, "Hey, at GreyMan Prepping, I'm thinking about buying a CBRN gas mask and would like to test out a filter. Once the filter is open and used, how long do they remain effective, please? If you mean like if you're taking it out of the packaging and connecting it to the gas mask, or do you mean like storing it sealed in its plastic? Because if it's stored in its original manufacturing packaging, some can last up to 20 years depending on the manufacturer. But once you open it and break the seal and whatnot, and you're using it, you only can get about, on average, about 8 hours. I don't know. Do you agree, Rudy?
I mean, I guess it depends on how much you would use it, but I would consider it null and void. Just consider it to be a training filter. That's all. You know, consider it to be a training filter, and if you ever needed to use one in real life, make sure that you have some new ones properly stored that you can break into right away. But I would just consider it a training filter.
What I would suggest, and this is what I've done to play around if you want to, you can go to the store and get standard filters, you know, the cheap filters that they have, and they have adapter sets depending on the mask that you have. I use Mirror Safety just because it's just who I'm affiliated with, and they make a great product. I've done videos with them before on the channel, and I do have links for their company, but that's besides the point. Is if you can get something to just kind of put something else on there if you want to get the feel for it, learn how to use it, learn how to get it fitted for your face and something like that, because you want it readily accessible and already fitted. You want it to be, you grab it and you put it on. You don't want to be playing around with anything when you have a gas mask in an emergency situation. A lot of people will buy a gas mask and leave it in the box and forget about it. And they're like, oh, there's an emergency. And by the time they get the gas mask on, they've already breathed in so much stuff, they're sick. So there's a lot more to it. So just educate yourself on that aspect. I mean, you can watch my video, you can watch several other people's videos. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people out there that will show you how to use a gas mask. Me and Rudy, we had hands-on experience in the Army. We had no choice, gas, and we're, doing all this crazy stuff. So
just breathe in real heavy. It'll clear your sinuses out.
That it will, man. That it will. All right, I'm going to try to scroll down and see if I can catch anyone else. And this, yes, thank you so much, South Florida DCL. Everyone, please hit that like button to show the support. All right, and we got Fat Man coming in saying, GreyMan Prepping has personally caused the price of silver to close at high of $32. Thank you. My pleasure.
Keep going.
Oh, man. If you see something before I do, Rudy, I'm slowly scrolling down. I'm at 7:20, so I'm probably behind by 9 minutes.
Yeah, hit up Love is Everything. She hooked you up with a super chat.
Wow, how did I miss that? I have everything paused.
Go to your stars. Hey, go to your starred content. If you got a super chat, it automatically stars it.
Okay. All right. Yeah, now I see it. And Love is Everything, thank you so much for the super chat. Let's go ahead and read what you said. What is the safest place to be in a half basement during a nuclear event? Near the door or the furthest place from the door? Well, depending on where the bomb hits, to be honest with you, that's going to be a huge thing. If you're worried about fallout, or you're worrying about something that's, a few miles out, because the blast radius is going to destroy and level most things with the size of nuclear bombs these days. But if you're worried about fallout, the biggest issue is in the basement. I guess it'd fall along the same lines as if you're in a tornado or in an earthquake. You want something that's going to have the most rigid structure possible to stay under. They say like doorways and stuff like that. But the issue with fallout, the after effects is, you want that room sealed with, plastic sheeting and stuff like that on the windows and whatnot, and having probably a gas mask that's certified CBRN and hazmat suits and stuff like that. A nuclear situation is like a worst case scenario, folks, because most people probably will not want to live through that situation, because it's a lingering effect for decades. And I'm pretty sure we're agree with that one.
I mean, there's just some things that you can't prepare for. I mean, like personally, I would rather not be in a basement during, the aftershock, because I'd be afraid of my house falling on me. I mean, if I lived near a concrete jungle, I would try to go into the what do you call it? Into the sewer system. That would probably be a pretty safe place to be, in the sewer system. But I mean, there's just so many things that can go wrong it's not really an answer. It's not really an answerable question, because there's so many things that could go wrong. I mean, the first thing that goes wrong during a nuclear exchange is that it's a nuclear exchange, right? But you just can't really answer. You just don't know how it's going to affect the area you're in, how far the ICBM falls from where you're at. There's too many factors involved.
Thanks, Kaylin.
Someone asked if we place, let me see. Someone asked if we place our solar generator. Oh, here it is from Pony Girl.
Yes.
Do you both keep your solar generators in Faraday bags or cage, or just do you have devices on them to keep safe? I actually don't have my solar generators in any kind of a Faraday bag. My wife is working on making a Faraday cover for our solar generator inside the house. I mean, we just had some pretty big solar activity, and it didn't affect anything. So it's going to take a very big, solar, a CME or solar flare to affect our, equipment down here, our electronics. And if you're worried about an EMP, then, I mean, I'm not personally worried about an EMP. I'm really not. Even though I saw a movie, Gray, I saw this movie. It's called The Time Machine. Right? It's a movie that was made back in 2002, right? The Time Machine. Okay. When he went to and I've seen this movie a couple of times. I think it's a very entertaining movie. I've never looked at it to see like predictive programming, but when he got to the year 2030, he stopped at a place that had been, it looked like it was post-apocalyptic, right? And he saw a wall, and on the wall there was a whole bunch of writing and stuff. And one of the things that was written was EMP.
Really?
I just noticed it. I was like, wait a minute, let's rewind that. And I was like, oh, no doubt, EMP. The year 2030 was when he landed. So I don't know why that has to do anything to do, but it did say EMP on there, and it was like out of place. Like, why would the word EMP be there with all of the other writings that was there? But anyways, right. I personally don't think that we're going to be getting EMP'd. And the reason I don't think so is because even though the leaders of this world, so-called, are crazies, I don't think that they want to poison their own well. Why would you want to be the leader of the world? Why would you want to be in charge of the world, take over the world, if there's nothing to order, if there's no one to order around, right? That's just the way I feel. I could be 100% wrong. I do remember watching an interview with Charles Nenner, who's a psychoanalyst, who said that the next great die-off because of a war is going to be in the billions. But Gray, I don't think that it's going to be because of a kinetic war. I think it's going to
Really?
be because of a war that we've already fought as humanity and failed. You see, as humanity, we fought a war a few years back. It started in 2020. And we as humanity, percentage wise, I believe failed. And a lot of those people that succumbed to the wishes of the elite that were fighting that war against us, I think a lot of those people are going to pay the ultimate price. So it's a slow war. This just me thinking out loud. This is just me doing conspiracy theory. This is all a conspiracy theory, ladies and gentlemen. So I think we've already fought that war, and I think that war is going to result in a lot of people meeting their demise. And I apologize if you're one of those people that, did what you think you had to do because you thought it was right at that time. I'm not saying this is going to happen to you because, in my opinion, a lot more than 2 billion people around the world took it. But he's saying around between 1.5 and 2 billion people are going to expire because of that. But we'll see what happens. Let's talk about something more happy. Let's talk about gold and silver.
I was trying to find, there's a question here, and I was trying to find an image to show the person in regards to it, because where did I see it at? Someone asked, oh, here we go. It said, question, what part of the U.S. will a nuke attack come from? And let me see here. I think I found something that might work. There's a lot of information in regards to this. Is this the JPEG?
Are you looking for all of the targets? Are you looking for that infographic that has all the targets that are on the US one is, from Russia?
This one is a little bit more easier to kind of look at here. I don't know how well they can see that on the screen. But it kind of gives you the 15 of the places that they would hit, that they would be looking for, population centers and stuff. And a lot of people ask about Florida. Florida would get hit probably in the Miami area, and possibly over by the Air Force Base and whatnot, the major ports. But this is where they would probably hit first if they had an opportunity to.
Yeah, I mean, don't live your life according to this kind of stuff, man. I mean, you just live your life not according to this, because I mean, if it happens, it happens. There's absolutely zero that you can do about this. Absolutely zero that you can do about this. And they may be saying, yeah, most of the big cities are targeted. This is targeted. But what about the targets that they're not telling you about? Right? So, yeah, I mean, It's going to be a pure Armageddon, man, a pure SHTF. If any of these places get hit, even if only one or two get hit, it'll be complete chaos, all over the country. And I would say probably most of the world. Just get prepped and stay prepped. And if the good Lord sees it fit to have one of those ICBMs land on top of you, then that's it. You get to go home early, right? You get to put away your toys and go home early. That's the way I see it.
Yeah, I mean, it's what is that acronym? Teotihuacan, the end of the world as you know it.
Teotihuacan, the end of the world as we know it.
North of the 52nd had a question for you, brother. You see it on the screen?
Oh, yeah. Can you tell me when HARP fires up the university in Fairbanks? I have no idea. I don't even know where HARP is. I know that there's a HARP here. I think I heard that there's 2 HARPs here. I don't know. Have no idea where they are. And even if I knew where they were, you better believe I'm not going to be going to visit over there. Okay? I have no idea. So I'm not sure. Yeah, look at that. Mr. Tom is saying something that I was thinking when we were talking about gas masks. And that is that if you have a gas mask, you better make sure to shave that beard off before you use it, because it's not going to do you any good. And that's 100% correct.
Rudy, have you ever tried a gas mask? See, I don't know if you can see my line right here. It's hard to see on camera, but so you know how you pressure test your mask? I've noticed that I can still get a good seal just with this little bit, not the big long beards that some people have.
Yeah, good.
But like this little tiny thing, it fits right there because I got like this extra fat on my face.
I figure if I need a gas mask, I'll have time to shave my beard. Let's say, for example, I need a gas mask because there's radioactive material outside. Mm-hmm. It means I survived the nuclear bomb, right? And I have time to shave my beard and put it on. So if I don't have time to put it on, it's probably because I'm out of time. So, I mean, there's just some things that I put a lot more effort into than others.
Well, this is one of me and your favorite books, Rudy.
What's that? Has anyone seen 1 second after is so hard? Man, well, I mean, I think it's very accurate just using your common sense. I mean, it's not something that you would have had to live through to know how accurate it is. Actually, if you compare the happenings in 1 second after, which was fiction, and then you compare it to the story of the gentleman that survived with his family through the Bosnian blockade, Bosnian war, man, I'll tell you what, there's a lot of things on 1 second after that makes a lot of sense if you listen to the 1 year in hell story. So I think it's very accurate. It's a really good prepping manual, in my opinion. What's going on, Gray? Are you there? I can't hear you.
Oh, I coughed and I turned off my mic.
Okay, there you go. I can hear you now. I was like, what's going on? All I saw was your mouth moving.
And it does that sometimes. What was the movie that the United Kingdom put out that was just, it's a very horrible movie. It's about a nuclear disaster. They got hit by nukes, and I can't think of the
day
title
after
of it.
tomorrow.
Is that what was?
Is it a really old one? Is it a real old movie from the 80s?
Really old, and there's people behind a bed and their skin's
the day
falling
after
off.
tomorrow.
Okay, so that is
I
that
think
one.
it's
Okay.
the day after tomorrow. I remember seeing that movie when I was in, I think, middle school.
And they've done some other movies in the U.S. that, I mean, how many of you guys folks have watched Jericho? You know, the TV show Jericho.
That's a series, right? I think I've seen a few of them.
Yeah, it's a TV show. I dug into why they canceled it, and CBS had said it just doesn't work well with their people. It's a really strange thing why they canceled it, because it was, to me, as I watched it, it made absolute sense of how things would actually play out in a small town that, survived the nuclear bombs, and how it would escalate. And I was like, this is probable. And it seems like we're on this nuclear topic because Kitsy Witsy said, so what is the first thing you should do if you're warned of a nuke attack?
I was thinking of Minuteman 69's answer.
Yeah, like I said, it always depends, man. It depends. In
all reality, listen, Gray, if I hear the news, right, and it says there is a nuclear ICBM coming towards Fairbanks, Alaska, and it'll be there in 35 minutes. I'm going to get my family together. I'm going to get my air fryer going up and cook me one last good ribeye, because it only takes like 20 minutes to cook it. And then I'm going to sit with my family and have a meal, and take out some of that Dominican rum that I've got in my pantry that I've had there for years because I don't drink anymore, and have a toast. That's it. That's all you can do. You can spend your last 35 minutes in panic, or you can spend it knowing that you're going to a better place with your family, because you're not going to escape it. So it depends on where that nuke is going to fall on what I would do. If it was something coming right on top of us, right near us, there's nothing you can do. You can try to outrun it, but you're not going to, right? So it just depends. If it's something that's going to happen, let's say they said that a nuclear warhead is headed towards Washington State. Not picking on Washington State, but let's say that. As someone that lives in Alaska, I would start getting all of my supplies up. I would start getting as much water as I can put away. I mean, I would just start getting it, going back and forth to town. I mean, all of us working together to get as much water and supplies as we can. Why? Because the jet stream from Alaska down to the lower 48 goes like this, which means it's not going to have it come. The radiation is not going to come our way. It's going to keep going down your way. You're going to have to worry about that, right? In Florida. So those are the things I would do. So it just depends on where it's going to fall and all of those factors involved. Like I said, nuclear war type scenarios, there's no right answer, in my opinion, because there's just too many factors involved.
Yeah, it's something that it's the last thing that you would hope that would not hope, but that you want to happen, because it's like an EMP, things are going to get really bad, or a coronal mass eject, things are going to get really bad, but it's survivable to a certain extent. But yeah, UK Urban Prepper, that is the movie. Thank you so much. It's called Threads. You can find it on YouTube, I think.
Hey,
Threads,
Gray,
yes.
go to. Hey, Gray,
I'm looking.
go to 342, Mr. Tom.
342, Mr. Tom. Mr. Tom, Mr. Tom, Mr. Tom.
Oh goodness.
I'm
You don't see
looking.
a 342, Mr. Tom? Deep South Bomber?
There's a lot of talk at 340. Here we go. Is it this one?
Yeah. What do you think about that? Hey, Gray, man, what's up with your moderators? Can your moderators take care of this stuff right here?
This bad guy
Huh?
right here.
I mean, my moderators would have taken care of that if we were on my channel, Gray.
I know. I wish I had your moderators.
I think Mr. Tom needs to go on a little timeout, huh, moderators?
I mean,
hey, Mr. Tom. Mr. Tom, did you get your solar generator? I hope you did, because it showed that it got delivered to your place. I forgot to ask you.
Yeah, people are dropping all different types of shows and movies. And I've watched all of them. I've watched all of them, man.
I really like watching those kinds of shows for entertainment purposes. You know, I like that. I like that kind of stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a lot. There's certain things that I'm a critic. I guess I'm a critic when I watch certain things and I'm watching it. Even when I watch the TV show Alone or Naked and Afraid, I'm one of those. I guess I'm sitting on a couch stuffing my face with probably a sandwich or something while they're starving in the desert or wherever the heck they're at, and I'm sitting there trying to give them pointers. I'm one of those folks, which I'm pretty sure a lot of other folks are. But I've seen things that they say that these are trained survival experts. And when I see these trained survival experts make these mistakes, I'm thinking to myself, like, are they under pressure? Are they dehydrated where their mind is not right? Because these mistakes are simple mistakes, but they're making them, which create an issue that they're in. It's like this, Rudy. I know you know what Naked and Afraid is. I'm pretty sure you've heard of the show.
Yeah. That's a pretty cool show. I mean, I've watched it in the past. I don't have cable.
Yeah, people have always asked me, well, what would you do first, Gray? Would you shelter, fire, water? You know, what would your process be if you were out there? Well, I said, well, one, no one would want to see me out there naked because they'd probably be just a show. They would cancel the show.
Well, it depends, man. It's like, it depends, Gray. Let me ask you a question. What would be the first thing that you did if you landed on the shore and it was storming? I mean, storming, and it was cold. What would be the first thing that you did?
Shelter.
There you go. It just depends. What would be the first thing that you did if you landed on shore, but you were off of an ocean and not a lake or a pond or anything like that, and it was really, really hot? What would be the first thing you look for?
Water and fire materials.
There you go. So it just really depends, right? It just depends on the situation where you are.
It's interesting. I'm friends with some of the folks that are on the TV show Alone, and I'm friends with some of the folks that are on Naked and Afraid. We conversate on Instagram, and of course, I've had some of the Alone contestants on my show in the past, and having conversation with them of what to expect and some of the stuff they went through. It's quite interesting. But there's a big difference between the two, at least for sure, from my standpoint. But we're getting way off topic. I mean, there really is no topic, I guess.
There is no topic, man. We're just. I'm looking at Yarn Prepper's comment here at 347. I think a lot of us feel the same way, Yarn.
Oh, Yarn put. I got to read what Yarn wrote.
It's really
I'm
funny.
naked, I would be afraid. You know, Rudy, this is probably gonna. This might piss off some folks.
Oh goodness.
Naked and Afraid XL just started, right? And there's a guy on there that has a blur across this part of his body.
Forget it, man. I don't watch those shows, so I don't care. Whatever, man.
And I thought to myself, I'm looking at the people that he's teamed up with, and I'm thinking how they must be thinking of looking. It looks like your rooster. You look. Oh my! I started crying, and the wife's like, "What's so funny?" And I'm like, "Imagine me, because I have man boobs, so I'm assuming that they would probably blur mine too."
That's hilarious. Well,
Oh,
I'm not thinking that it was because of man boobs. I'm thinking because of the age that we're living in with Pete, with like, Big Red, right? Big
yeah,
Red
no,
used to be
that
a hen.
yeah, that's what it's about. He's that, and very manly. The wife's like, how can he be that? He looks so manly, except for the things that are sticking out of his chest. And I'm like, don't ask me, because I'll go down a rant. You know what I mean?
Hey, Gray, can you see your private chat?
I can.
All right, good.
All right. Is someone texting me, or let me see?
No. Okay, cool. I wasn't sure if you can even use that.
Yeah, if you see something and you want to grab my attention, it gives me like a little red highlight in the right hand corner. And then if I go to start, it'll pull up my
Yeah,
live
because
or
I
like
was
my
looking at
super
my
chat.
private chat and it kept saying, "Stop talking so much." Is that coming from you?
Of
I'm
course,
just
yes.
kidding. It says stop talking like 100 times.
Fat Man Prepper, what are you gonna buy me, Fat Man? I'll buy you here we go, a Manzier. Thank you, I appreciate that, Fat Man. Great, that's when the TV sets get shut off. Agreed. Oh man, I love you guys. You guys are amazing people. Kitsy Witsy asked about your carnivore diet, Rudy.
My carnivore, let me just a second. I got to send this to you. All right. Actually, my carnivore diet is going great. It's not a carnivore diet, it's more like a keto diet. So I usually have like less than 30 grams a day, but I've had some problems with my health this year. And it's not something that I want to talk about. I've had some problems with my health where my sugar is like out of control, even though I stick to like my keto, which when you think about it, last year I did really great. Like I did 100% carnivore, man, and my blood sugar was doing good. And it got to a point that even though I hadn't changed my diet, I was still eating like 99% calories from meat. My sugar started going crazy. So I started doing, ketovore so that I can actually do something that I can live with, all right, for a very long time, hopefully until I leave this earth. But I was having some issues with my health and I'm trying to figure it out. But, sometimes these things take time. So, but you know what? I was looking around the other day and I was like, you know what? This world would be very boring if I was really skinny and starving all the time and only thinking about food. So I'm gonna try to stay jolly. I'm gonna try to stay jolly and pudgy. What do you think about that, Gray?
Yeah, no, I it's a tough call, brother. You know what I mean? Like, I'll be honest with you, and give you guys a little quick insight into my life. You know what I mean? People that have been following me for a long time know that I was a diabetic type 2, and I lost about 150 pounds, and I got away from it. But I'm still a big guy. Trust me. There's people that'll come across my videos, and there's always we'll call him a keyboard warrior that wants to say something about my weight because
No.
I'm just not that perfect, chiseled man, I guess, that they want to see. But I'm always working on stuff like that. Like right now, I'm on I don't know if you want to call it a program, but a system of reducing my meal sizes but staying full, if that makes any sense. And they're heavy laden on protein, light on carbs. So it could be a keto type of environment, but I'm doing it for me. I'm not doing it for anybody else. I'm not doing it because someone makes fun of me or says anything about me. I'm doing it for me because there's certain things that I want to do that I feel that I could be in better shape to do. Because let's say if I'm out hiking and I'm like, man, I'm getting a little bit more winded than usual, or my knees start hurting a little bit more, then I'm like, you know what? I need to fix that or resolve those issues. So I do things for me. So if anybody's out there going to do something, you should always do it for you, not for everyone else. That's just my
Yeah,
personal
and you know
perspective on
what?
it.
I don't want to make it sound like it's terrible. Like my blood sugar is, I test
Thank
it
you.
every once in a while, and my blood sugar is nowhere's close to what it used to be when I found out that I was a type 2 diabetic. It's nowhere's close. Excuse me, I'm sorry. When I found out that I was diabetic, my blood sugar was averaging in the upper 200s, to
Thank you.
248, 250 something, right? And now on average, my blood sugar averages, if I eat something that has carbs, like within 45 minutes, if I take my blood sugar, I'm like in the 140s. And then if I wait another hour or 2 hours, I bring it down to like the
Nice.
110s, maybe the 115s. I don't consider that being good. Like 110, 115, I don't consider it being good because normal is supposed to be like between 80 and 100. But for being a diabetic, I guess that's okay. It's just not where I would want it to be. And
Yeah, I
that's
mean, it's
that.
just a lot of there's every time I do a video on some sort of food product, there's always someone that's going to come out. They have a gluten allergy, they have diabetes, they have this, they have that, heart issues, salt intake issues. There's all
Yeah.
these things that that people want to bring up. The key factor, what I think people miss the most, is when I'm talking about certain food preps, I mean survival, like the
Yeah,
absolute,
that's
you're
what it's for,
starving,
right?
survival. And I don't think they
Yeah.
grasp that aspect of it, because when you're in survival mode, you're not going to be like, oh, I can't eat carbs, so I'm
Doesn't
going to
matter.
stay away from that. You know what I mean? No, no,
Nope.
no. I mean, you're going to eat it, regardless if
And I
it's the
mean, there,
healthiest.
yeah.
Go ahead.
I mean, Gray, you know just as well as anyone else. Well, most people would know that even if you eat some carbs, if that's all you have to eat, there are some things that you can eat with it that would bring down the glycemic index, right? So, like for
Correct. Yes.
example, the simplest example I can use is if you're gonna eat rice because that's all you have rice, right? Well,
Hmm.
hopefully you can take some of that rice if that's all you have, trade some of it for beans or barter some of it for legumes, any
Hmm.
type, be it beans, be it lentils, whatever. And you mix those two things together, maybe on a 2-to-1 ratio, 2 parts beans, 1 parts rice. Man, that's not really that bad. It's got a low glycemic index. It's going to give you the energy you need. And of course, it's going to give you the protein you need, but the important protein too, the important essential amino acids that you need when you mix legumes and rice together, you get those essential amino acids. So so I mean, there's always something that you can do, right?
I love eating peanuts in the
And that's
airplane. I
another
saw.
thing. I saw someone there saying, don't take this drug. I'm not taking any drugs. I mean, I have to be like close to expiring before I start to. I don't want to have anything to do with any kind of drugs. I don't want to become, not addicted, but I don't want to become dependent on any drug at all. So whatever I have to do to stay off any drugs, that's what I'll do. I don't want any of that stuff in my life.
I know what they're talking about, and if you do your research on that drug, once you do it, you're on it for the rest of your life. Because,
I
and
don't
then
want to
if
have
you look at
nothing to do
the,
with it.
yeah, if you look at the side effects of the kidney failure and depression and the mental state it puts you in just to lose some few pounds, and here's what they'll tell you: yes, we understand it might affect your kidneys. Yes, we know it might make you want to kill yourself. Yes, it might do this, but if you're fat, you're gonna die from all these other things anyway. So just die from this instead, kind of thing like that.
You
So
know, the thing is this, man. I mean, this is common sense. Look, ladies and gentlemen, just live the best life that you can. We're all different. Everyone is different. Some people are blessed with awesome genetics. I have a good friend of mine. He lives in Michigan. This guy, it doesn't matter what he eats or how much he eats. He can eat 10,000 calories a day, every day for a year. He will not gain a pound. He'll probably lose weight. It's just who he is. Just live the best life that you can live and try to do it mostly your way, right? That's a good life as far as I'm concerned. We can't all live to be 120 or 100, whatever it is. We're all going to end up leaving this earth in the physical form at one time or another. When it's your turn, it's going to be your turn. Live your best life. Try to live a healthy life because it gives you a better standard of living. You have better quality of life, of course, but just live the best life that you can. If we went around listening to every single thing that every single person told us about what we should do, we wouldn't be living. We'd be comatose, really.
yeah, Linda, we're talking about the Ozempic stuff, and there's a couple other drugs like it. One thing I do want to mention is here's a great thing for diabetics, and this is what helped me. Whenever I noticed that my sugar levels were up, I went on a long walk, if you're capable, of course, a long walk, and got my blood pumping and stuff like that. And I went to go test my sugar again, it would drop 30 or 40 points.
Yeah.
And that so when you're in a shift or a survival situation, and you're going to be exerting a lot more calories. You're going to be burning a lot more calories. Your system is going to be going old school.
Yeah.
So those
Man,
carbs are going to be processed in a lot different manner.
Gray, I'm confused because this early afternoon, right, today, I ate 3 slices of pizza. I felt like getting off the wagon, and I ate 3 slices of pizza, the Sicilian, the nice thick bread ones. And then I went on my bike ride. I went on a bike ride for like 10, 15 minutes, and my blood sugar didn't go down one bit. So I said, the heck with this. I ain't never using this darn electric bike again.
Electric bike, eh? I heard, I caught that.
You would think that my blood sugar would go down a little bit, huh? Just kidding, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, what do you say, Gray? Do you want to do some of these giveaways that we got going on today? Hey, how many people are in the live? How many people are in the chat?
We have 221 lucky folks in chat right now.
Oh, man, then there's going to be some good chance that you guys will win. I think we ought to make it a rule that if you win once, then that's it. You can't win again.
No, I agree. That should be fair.
That's some great odds because I'm giving away 3 things. What about you, Gray?
I got a couple little trinkets here, and I'll go with the smaller stuff first because Olight has a tendency to send me a bunch of random stuff that I have duplicates of, and some of this stuff may be for, like, you know, people who like pink. You know what I mean? I'm gonna try to get close to the camera here.
One's like man, that is cool, man. I like that.
One's like a utility knife. There's a couple other little things here like that. I don't know if I'm trying to see if the camera will pick that up. A little multi-tool, multi-knife, a little screwdriver thing there. That, and then I got a couple of their bigger items, and it's funny because this has Christmas decorations on it, so you know it's part of their old stock, but it still works. It's one of their light tactical pens with a laser and light on it.
Hey, can I enter for that?
Yeah, you can enter for whatever you want, man.
Okay, I'm entering for yours.
A knife as well.
Nice.
This is the what is this one? This is a Roboto 4, one of their newer knives. And then I'm going to give away 3. I don't have the one I'm giving away, so I put a picture up because I have a different. I'm giving away 3 Sawyer systems or 3 Sawyer minis, which I did put a picture up. I think it's here so you guys can see it. Most people will know what this is if you've watched any of us for some time.
Yeah, Sawyer Mini. Yes, Sawyer Mini. I go with Sawyer Mini. But you know what, Gray? I love the Sawyer Mini, but for some reason, I just like the Simpure a little bit more. I don't know why. I just like the Simpure. I like how the water tastes coming out of it. But anyways, the Sawyer Mini is a great product. It really is. But you know what? I think it was Fat Man there. Yeah, Fat Man's like, where's the silver? And somebody says that they want to get a silver coin from Alaska Prepper here. So I wasn't going to give away any silver today. But let's go ahead and do 2 coins. Since I have to mail you one, Gray, let's go ahead and do 2 silver coins. That way, when I get the information from them, I'll mail yours and theirs at the same time. So you want to show the people what I'm giving away?
Do you want the one that's on the screen right now to pull up?
Yeah, pull it up.
All right, because this is the big
gentlemen. Yeah, this is nice, man. Hey, that is why I love Opus. I said, Opus, can you give me something to give away? They're like, what if I give you an Opus Exodus 600, which is the one on your right-hand side, the small one? And what if I give you an Opus Exodus 600 Plus, which has about double the watt hours than the small one does? So we'll be giving away 2 of these, 1 of each that you see on the screen. So that's the 2 of 5 prizes that will be coming from me. And Gray, let's go ahead and take that one off.
Okay, and bring up the other one.
I'm going to go ahead and put up the other one that I'm giving away. Well, I'm not giving it away. It's going to be from one of my sponsors, obviously. And I think it's right here. And go ahead and put it up if you see it. Yeah.
All right.
And then the third prize is going to be the 6-liter gravity-fed water filtration system from Simpure. I love this little water filtration system. I just think that it's awesome. And the filters are not expensive at all. And I do believe, Gray, correct me if I'm wrong, because you've reviewed this. You can use a life straw on this, can't you?
Yeah, you can.
Yep. So if you ever find yourself a life straw on sale, like I know that Costco had life straws on sale last month They didn't have it in this store up here, but in the lower 48, they had 3 life straws, Grey, for $10 on sale at Costco. I
That's a
would have
steal,
bought
man.
so many of them if I would have seen that. But this is one. We're giving away one of these, and then we will give away. Let's go ahead and take this off. And then I'm going to be giving away 2 of, I don't know if you can see this, but I'll be giving away 2 of the Alaska Prepper 2024 1/10 ounce. Uh-oh. I just dropped it. 1/10 ounce silver coin. So we'll be giving away 2 of these. So that's 5 things all together. And Grey, what I'm going to do, I don't know if you want to capture this on your side, but if you go all the way to the bottom of the chat, I just input a link to my email, and you have to approve it, I believe.
What question? I'm trying to see if I can find it.
Let's see.
Is it on this side?
Let me see. Maybe it's not letting me do it. Who knows? Paste.
Because I know you do the chicken dinner.
This comment has failed to post to GreyMan Prepping. They're not letting me do it.
Do me a favor. Put it in the private chat. I can copy and paste.
Oh, excellent. There you go.
There we go.
There you go. Awesome. Good idea. That. Yep. Good
copy
call.
Link address. And
no, Minute Man, I still got a few silver coins here, so we're still giving away 2. I dropped one of my silver coins. It's behind the computer.
All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it this way. So
silver went down.
So when I do this, that means that they need to send it to you. That's where they're going to hopefully.
Yep. You know, winner chicken dinner 2 at gmail.com.
Yeah, let me fix this better. They don't
need the link. I need you to email me, ladies and gentlemen, as soon as you win, because my goal is to be able to send your information to Simpure and to Opus tomorrow morning so that they can ship your stuff out ASAP. And I need your phone number if you win the water filter. Simpure uses your phone number as part of their shipping. They don't sell the phone numbers as far as I know. I definitely don't sell it. I just use your information and send it to Simpure, whoever wins, and that's it. So please include your phone number on that, because whenever I send them one without a phone number, they kick it back and say, I need a phone number.
I'm doing something while you're speaking.
Okay, oops. And I might as well go ahead and plug in Opus again, since Opus was so generous to give away a couple of solar generators. They are having a sale right now through the end of May. And if you go to my channel, I have a 10% coupon through the end of May as well. Their sale is going through the 29th of May, but I have a 10% coupon through the end of May. So you'll get 10% off anything that's on there. And I do believe it's also 10% off their sale items, which can be a pretty penny depending on what you buy. And in addition to that, I want to give Simpure a shout out as well, because they gave away that 6-liter gravity filtration system so that I can give it away to one of you. And if you go to my channel, I have an affiliateship with Simpure as well. And they give me always a 20% off coupon. So if you don't have a reverse osmosis filtration system or any kind of water filtration system in your home that you use on a regular, everyday basis, I don't care if you have city water that they say is the best, if you have well water, whatever water you have, you should be using some kind of a filtration system before you consume it or use it to cook with. All right, so go to Simpure, check them out, and use my coupon if you decide to get something there. I think Simpure is a great company that makes really good stuff. And yes, good luck to everyone. Grey, it's up to you whenever you want to do. Are we doing the random stuff?
Yeah, I think I should do the. I want to go from small to large. You know what I mean?
Hey man, because let's do it your way. Remember, you just do it your way.
Yeah.
You want to sing that song? I did it my way.
I did it my. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start from. Here's what we're. Should we just use one word to make it easier?
Yep,
for the winners.
You can use whatever word you want. It'll apply to mine also.
All right. So let me think. What's a good word? Can we? I wonder if we can use a number. You think
Hey
that would work?
man, hey, just this. I have a good word for you.
Okay.
All in a row, no spaces. I
Mm-hmm.
love the United States of America because it's the greatest country in the world. Just write that down there, all caps. I'm just kidding, man. Just put America or something like that. Put
That's
America, man.
you took the words out of my mouth. You took the words out of my mouth. So yes. So it's going to be here. Let me just bring that up so people can see what I'm talking about. Share the screen. So you need to type it just like that. America, all caps.
America. That's what I'm talking
So
about, man.
yeah, I see some people did put it in all caps. We're going to let you guys do that. Matter of fact, we even start collecting this. Start putting
There
this
you
in there
go.
and let it collect. Yeah. There it
There
is.
you go.
Nice and big.
Looks good. Yeah, make sure it's in all caps.
And I'll start with like the utility knife, and then we'll move to the O tackle
Oh yeah, and I'm entering too, man. I better put in my America.
D1. Then we got the OK S2. Then we have the i3 TEOS in pink, the folding pocket knife, which is in black carbon fiber, and then we have the O Pen Glow with a rechargeable pen light with a charging base limited edition. That's in green with white snowflakes. So it's a Christmas edition, folks. They always just send me all this stuff, and I don't know what to do with it. And wife said, "Just give it away, give it away." I'm like, I will. I just got to find an opportunity to do so. All right, so we'll let
Man,
that.
Greg, guess what I did today, man? Guess what I did
What'd you do
today?
now?
I ruined a solar generator.
Did you really?
Not an
What?
Opus. I've got all these things, and I'm always doing little experiments, man.
Okay.
So today, I'm pretty sure I ruined it because I saw smoke coming out of it. But I'm gonna
Uh-oh.
take it apart. But I'm gonna take it apart and see if it's salvageable. I have a solar generator that I reviewed a long time ago, and I've been using it here and there, and it was still working well. And I was
Mm-hmm.
like, all right, this has a BMS, right? A battery management system. And that BMS is supposed to be there to protect from overcharging, right? Overcharging or overcurrent if you're putting a voltage in there that's too high. Correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't that what the BMS is for?
Yes. It manages the amount
Okay.
of current coming in and out and stuff like that to protect the good
Well,
stuff.
like I said, I'll have to change the fuse on this thing and maybe take it apart and see what's going on because there was a lot of smoke coming out of it. I thought it was going to catch on fire. I decided to put 150 volts when the max it could take is 50 volts. So I'm like, let's see what happens. It's supposed to have a BMS, and I'm not going to throw the company under the table. It wasn't
Mm-hmm.
Opus, all right, because I've done that with Opus before, and the BMS actually worked. It didn't do anything bad. Actually, all that it did was instead of taking any kind of wattage in, like a high amount of wattage in, it only took a tiny bit, like maybe 20 or 30 watts, and it definitely let you know that there's something wrong, right? So it wasn't an Opus; it was one of the different solar generators. But man, I put in that. I think it was like 140 something volts. I plugged it in, and about a second later, man, there was sparks coming out of it.
Wow.
So and that just lets me know that the next time that company asks me to do a review, if they ever do, I'll be like, hey, no thanks, man, because look at what happened here. Your guys' BMS failed, and should I have been doing that indoors, and maybe that spark would have caught on something, something bad could have happened. But yeah. But anyways, I'm always doing these little experiments, and this time around, it cost me a solar generator.
Hey, you get it. It's a good way to find things out. I do want to mention something, Rudy. Being that I'm
Yeah.
giving away 3 water filters and you're giving away a water filter. This was today that I got alerted on a message that said the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency has sent out a warning that cyber attacks against water utilities are becoming more frequent and severe, urging immediate steps to protect the nation's drinking water from future attacks.
Excuse me. You
Just
want
want
to
to
put
throw.
this on the big screen?
What,
Excuse me. I'm
what,
sorry.
what is it?
Can you put us on the big screen? Get rid of the America there for a minute.
Yeah.
Sorry, man. I'm sorry if I blew out your ears.
No, you're fine.
Uh, let's see. Okay, so listen, Gray. if something happens and people get hurt because they don't have a water filtration system, I won't feel guilty. I've been
Mhm.
screaming about this for years. I've been screaming about it for years. And the last time that I put up a video about Simpure, I believe somebody in the comments says you're a good salesman. And you know what? And I think they meant it as a put me down, right? But
Mhm.
thank you very much for saying that. I believe I am a good salesman. You know why? Because I really believe wholeheartedly that everyone in the country, every household in the country ought to have a water filtration system that they use before they use that water to drink or cook. I believe that wholeheartedly. So it's very easy for me to sell something that I really believe in. You know, I really believe that every single house in the United States of America or apartment ought to have a gas generator first. Every one of them. And if you live in an apartment, you ought to have a solar generator as backup. Every single home, right? I really believe that. So when I talk about that, when I tell you, hey, Opus has a sale that goes on through the end of the month, use my 10% coupon, I mean it because I think it's a great product and I believe that everyone needs one. And you'll always hear me say, before you buy a solar generator, make sure that you have a gas generator first, if you can have one, depending on where you live. So those people that just don't want to listen and that would rather go out, look, um, uh, what was it? We went out to eat. I think it was at that Japanese place where they do the thing, flying swords and all that kind of stuff.
Oh yeah, yeah, like a
You know,
hibachi's
you
Makoto
know,
kind of thing.
yeah, hibachi, right? We went out to eat there. Myself, my wife, and my daughter, with tip, $113 with tip. All right, that is a water filtration system, reverse osmosis water filtration system. Actually, about $20 more. So if people want to go out there and spend $100 on two pizzas, $100 on going out to eat once, and they go home and they're drinking water that they have no idea whether it's safe or not, you know what? It's on them. I've done my best, man, to try to warn people, and I could care less if you buy it using my link. Actually, I have a link in the description of my videos that also has an all American made, American parts, produced here in America company. If you want to go over there and buy a reverse osmosis system from a 100% American made reverse osmosis company, go ahead. But I guarantee you that 99% of people, once they click on that link and see that it's going to cost 10 times more than what the one I offer, they're going to go to the other one because it does the exact same job. So, anyways, ladies and gentlemen, if you do not have a reverse osmosis filtration system, in my opinion, well, not only that, a filtration system, period, right? But I prefer reverse osmosis. If you don't have one, in my opinion, you're wrong. You need to put that in the priority list, on top of your priority list, because that's very important. You don't want to be one of those people like in Flint, Michigan, that found out 7 years later after they started drinking that water because the state told them it was good. You don't want to be one of those that finds out 7 years later that you have cancer because your own municipality lied to you because it was too expensive to fix it. All right, just don't be one of those statistics. You have a chance to get something that's a quality that will last you a very long time, that is very inexpensive. All right, so get it now while you still can. Anyways, I'm gonna get off my high horse now, Gray.
No, you did a good job. You got rid of a bunch of folks. We're down to 179, so the odds are going to do. We have 146 entries
Yes, that's
for
awesome.
folks who want to win, because you have to be here to win. Hopefully, what I'll do is I'm going to write down mine. If I'm going to run through these pretty quick, as time's getting closer and closer. We're over an hour already, so I'm going to run through these quick. The first one is going to be for the utility knife. If you win something and you don't like it, email me and I'll give it to someone else. It's that simple. Because maybe you're typing in America because you want to win the Opus, but you don't care about a flashlight or something like that. You never know how some of these things can come in handy. Either maybe gift it to someone else, but if not, if you absolutely don't like it and you don't want it, just email me and I will put it in the box that I have for giveaways, and I'll give it away to someone else at another point in time. But so hopefully everybody understands that process. And what I'm going to do for the winners is I will do this here during my thing. I'll put that up so you know where to mail me at gracegiveaways@gmail.com. And then when it's Rudy's turn, I will put his up. One winner chicken dinner at gmail.com. I don't even know why it says Grace winners. I'm gonna have to edit that Grace winners out. I was trying to put us both at the same time, so I would have to do two of them at the same time, but never mind. I got it fixed now. There we go. So we're gonna roll. Let's go ahead and draw, man. Let's get this going. 149 entries. So this is going to be for people are not going to be able to see it, but the utility knife, the little utility knife in my hand. It's pink, so it's pink. You know what I mean? I don't know what else to say about that. They say real men wear pink. I don't know. All right, let's do this, man. Let's do this. All right, congratulations, Fluffy Otter.
Awesome. Congratulations.
Truly appreciate that. And I'm going to put...
Hey, how many things do you have to give away, Gray? Like 17?
No, well, 1, 2, 3. Well, we just gave away one. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 things, and then the 3 water filters, so 8 more.
Okay, awesome.
All right. I just want to... I'm trying to make a notation of what she won so that I get everything out to her. You know what? I'm going to keep this up too. This part for me so that people know to email me, because for some reason some people win stuff and they don't email me and I don't even know what to do at that time, and I'll put it back in the box for the next giveaways. All right, Congratulations, Fluffy Otter. We're going to go ahead and draw again for this titanium hex bit driver. It's a small compact EDC tool. I know you guys probably can't see that, but we're going to draw for it again. Or drawing for it initially. All right, let's see who wins that. All right, Linda Mitchell. Congratulations. And that is the O tackle. D1. Move that to the side. The next thing is going to be this multi-function knife. It clips on. It has like looks like it has a window breaker and stuff on there as well. I know I keep on bringing it to the screen, but no one's gonna be able to see that because we're small size right now. But just to kind of give you guys an idea, that's why I showed them in the beginning. So let's go ahead and draw another one. We have 153 entries currently. All right, who's our next winner? Grid Down Homestead. Congratulations.
Homestead. Nice.
Homestead, and they are winning the OKS2 multifunctional knife. And like I said, for folks, if they don't like it, I always say use them as stocking stuffers, re-gift things. Maybe you have 20 multifunctional knives and you want to give it away and stuff like that. That's usually my idea, because I've won stuff in the past and I basically just pass it on to other people that could possibly use it. All right, the next thing is going to be the i3TS EOS. This again is in pink in color. It's a EDC flashlight.
Flashlight, man. That's isn't that like 120 lumen?
Yeah, it's powerful. It's shocking how powerful it is. I did a review on it years ago, or maybe about a year and a half, maybe 2 years ago. The wife carries one, my daughter carries one, and I got 2 in my vehicle. They're just backup lights. They work great. She uses hers so much that you can see the wear all over the paint has pretty much come off because she uses that thing so much.
See it right there. There it is.
Oh, you got it? Oh, okay, nice.
Yeah.
So I'm going to put the i3T. See who our next winner is. Colorado Pack Rat.
Colorado Pack Rat Prepper.
PPCPP. All right. I3T. And folks, I'm going as quick as I can. Next thing we're going to do is the O Pen Glow, which is that pen there. It's kind of like a tactical EDC pen with a laser, a flashlight, and all that stuff like that. I've done reviews of everything I've done in here. I've done reviews on. So you can always kind of prove the channel. So let's see who wins that. And to me, if you win anything, that's a blessing.
Nice pen too.
I like it because it has a little thing that you can. GGS Garden, awesome. Because it has a little holder that charges that you can stick it in. It's pretty neat. You keep it on your desk if you're at work and whatnot, and lights go out while you're at work. You got a light that you can clip on, plus you have a laser, plus it works as a normal pen. It comes in with a couple of, I think, backup pens in there as well. All right, so the next one, if you're a knife person, this is going to be the Roboto 4 right there. Let me see here if it's power steel, carbon fiber. It's a decent knife. I took it off earlier. I have the bronze version of this knife in my pocket, usually. All right, so let's go to that. Move that one. Let's pull. I need to hire me a producer or director, someone to be behind the scenes and do all this stuff for me.
Oh, man, I wouldn't be able to do that. I'd be micromanaging the heck out of them. Big dog, big dog. One.
Big dog. All right. You won the Roboto 4 knife. You know, it's funny.
Nice
The United States Postal Service doesn't care about me mailing knives. They care about me mailing power stations, though.
Yeah.
They won't let me mail those. All right. So now we're going to do, this is not what you're going to be getting. You're going to, I have one sitting here. I was hoping it's the Sawyer filter. I have 3 of those. So we're going to run 3 of those back to back. And then we're going to go on to Rudy's. I figured it'd be easier this way, Rudy.
Oh, yeah, man. Yeah. We'll just run right through.
Yeah, back to back on these. So the next 3 drawings are going to be for a Sawyer water filter, which I think, as we were talking, everybody should have a water filter in their vehicle, in their car, in their EDC. You should have multiples. You should have redundancies in case one fails. If you have 1 or 2 or 3 and you have let's say your son, your daughter, your grandma, grandpa, uncle, whoever it may be, hook them up, folks. All right, so let's go ahead and pull these. The first one is going to be Coffee Guy. Congratulations, Coffee Guy. And we're doing good, Rudy. We haven't had any repeats yet, so we're doing good, man.
Nice. Coffee Guy. All right.
All right.
I was actually off on the sidelines doing something real quick.
Oh, you're fine. The next winner for the next Sawyer is going to be Oki Khan. Did we have no? Oki Khan hasn't won nothing today. All right. Has she?
Oki Khan, congratulations.
Okay.
Nice.
No, Oki Khan. Congratulations on that, Oki Khan. And one more from me. This is again for another Sawyer water filter. The essence of life. You have to have water, folks. You have to have clean, accessible water. Carolina Sunshine. Sunshine. There we go. You know me with pronunciations, brother. All right. I got all that knocked down. Again, folks, anybody who won anything from me, the email's right there, graysgiveaways@gmail.com. The sooner you email me, make sure you put your YouTube handle, where you want it shipped to, and if you want me to use your name or your email handle, whatever you want me to use to send it to, make sure you put that information there so I know who you are. So let's say Carolina Sunshine, put that and what you won. Put your fake name, real name, anybody else's name, the dog's name, and where you want to send it to, and I'll get it sent out to you. All right? All right, so let's remove this. And now let's go to Alaska Prepper.
All right.
All right. Do you want to do, what do you want to start with?
Let's do the big one first. Here, I put it up there. You want to put it up there real quick?
Yep. I'm trying to find more space. Well, I don't have to write this. This is you. What am I doing?
Yeah. Just put it up there real quick so they can see. All right. So we're just going to do from left to right, man. We're going to give the big boy away first, the Opus Exodus Plus. We're going to give that one away first. Number 2 will be the Opus Exodus 600. Of course, the other one is the 600 Plus. The third thing we'll give away will be the gravity water filtration system. And the 4th and 5th thing we'll give away will be an Alaska Prepper 2024 edition 1/10 ounce silver coin, which I will mail to you via USPS. Now, keep in mind that any of these 3 first gifts or prizes, if you win, they can only ship out to within the continental United States. So if you live outside of the borders of the continental United States, you have two options. You can either take a trip and come in through the southern border. I heard they weren't checking papers, and or you can just wait and enter to win one of the 2 coins, which I can ship. All right, Gray, take it off and take it away.
All right, so let's drop that down. This is for the big boy, folks. Wishing everybody an awesome. If you haven't entered, you better have America all in caps. I see we're back up to 236 viewers. So if you haven't entered, now might be the time. Now might be the time. Fire in the hole. 5.
Well,
4.
put it up.
What? Oh, I didn't put it up. Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
My bad. I'm glad you
All right,
caught
there we
it,
go.
man.
All right.
I'm excited. Here we go, Rudy. Fire in the hole. You take it away.
All right. Oh, man, I'll be awesome if I win. I could use another one of those. Betty Randall is the winner of the Opus Exodus 600 Plus. Congratulations, Betty. That is so awesome. Please send me your information to the email that you see below, which is onewinnerwinnerchickendinner2@gmail.com. Please do it as soon as possible, hopefully right now, so that I can have that shipped out to you sometime tomorrow, and hopefully you'll get it before the end of the week. So congratulations, Betty. Give me a second, Gray. Let me go ahead and take a print screen of this so that I can catalog it. That is so awesome. Congratulations, Betty. I'm very happy for you. Let me bring it all the way to the bottom here. Okay, boom.
Yeah, believe it or not, Rudy, I've had people claim they won something, and I go back and watch the thing, and they didn't win anything. They were just trying to get a free prize.
I know. I've had that happen a couple times.
I'm like, who are you, man? People are just,
all right. Let's do the next. The next one is going to be the Opus Exodus 600 regular, not the plus, the regular. Right. So good luck and take it away.
Fire in the hole.
Who is it going to be? Let's hope you live in the United States.
YRT
wins 2. What does that say? Is that encrypted for something? YRT wins 2.
You got me.
I don't know. YRT wins 2. Congratulations. Same thing that I told Miss Betty Randall. Send me your information to the email that you see below. All right. And I will go ahead and send your information to Opus so that they can ship you out the Opus Exodus 600. Awesome, awesome little gift right there. Congratulations. Let me go ahead and catalog this, Gray, before I forget. Boom, boom.
You know I'm going to enter for the silver. No, I won't enter because you're sending me one.
No, enter, man. Enter, man. Enter. We have to have a little bit of fun too, you know. Okay, let me go ahead and YRT wins 2. Very good. Save it. All right, we're ready for the next one. The next one is going to be the water filtration system, gravity fed, of course, 6-liter bag from Simpure.
And if you want to see how it works, watch my video. I did a review on it.
Yep. Ray did a very good review on it. Yep. What do you think about that filtration system? I really like it.
It worked great. It did exactly what it said.
Yep. Oh, man, I almost got it. Grandpa D. Congratulations, Grandpa D. Grandpa D, you need to send me your information to the email down below. In addition, I need your phone number because Simpure will not ship it out without a phone number. All right, so congratulations. That, by the way, is an awesome little water filtration system. It will filter your water all the way down to 0.1 micron, which is pretty awesome. Why is that? Because 0.1 micron is 1/10 of the size of 1 micron, and 1 micron is the average size of a bacteria. So you know it's going to do the job. So congratulations, Grandpa D. Let me catalog.
Before we move it,
go ahead.
Yeah, before we move it, we got the 2 silver coins left, right?
Yep.
Before we move into this, folks, if you're watching and everybody's been watching and you haven't won nothing, I want to let you know something. This is show 25. At show 50, things are going to get even more intriguing. And then at show 100, who knows what's going to happen, what we're going to be giving away. So the things are just
Hey,
going to get
Gray,
more. Yeah.
I have a great idea, man. But you know
Okay,
what?
I'm listening.
No, forget it, man. I'm gonna keep it. We'll talk about this on the backside. I have such a good idea. Oh my
Mhm.
goodness, ladies and gentlemen, just wait and see. We'll wait for the backside, man. We'll talk about it after the live is over.
Okay, because
We'll
I
have to
got some
keep
stuff.
everyone in suspense.
Yeah, I got some stuff in store too that I don't want to let the cat out the bag for the 50th episode and the 100th episode. It'll be very, very
Yeah,
fun.
nice. All right, one of the silver coins coming up.
All right. A
Who is
silver
going to be the
Alaska
winner?
Prepper 2024 coin. Fire in the hole. Come on, GreyMan. Come on, GreyMan.
Ah, there you go. Oh, Jeff almost got it.
Yeah.
Dana, let's prep. Congratulations, Dana. You will be getting
That's
one
awesome.
of our silver coins. Just make sure you send your information down below like everyone else. Awesome.
That is awesome. Yeah, I make everything that I've ever gotten from you, Rudy. I'm going to make a shadow box with the silver and the cards and stuff that I've gotten you before I even started YouTube, man.
Haha.
I think that would be
Let's
cool. All right,
see.
we got one coin left, right? This is the last
Yep.
hoorah, because as soon as we do this, you know, we're going to drop down to like 90 people.
Yeah, give me a
You ready?
second here, man.
Okay.
No, not yet.
Rudy's old, folks. You have to understand, it takes him a while to write stuff down and do things.
Okay. One more thing I've got to write down, man, before I forget. Sorry about that. Okay, cool.
Mr. Tom says, at show 100, you get an all-expense 2-week vacation in Alaska with Rudy as your personal prepper instructor.
Who was it that just won this? Let me see. Okay, Dana, let's prep. Okay, Dana. Well, hey, I'm sorry. I didn't catch what Mr. Tom said, and I know it's funny because it always, what did he say?
Yeah, Mr. Tom
Oh,
said,
here it is.
Mr. Tom, if I see it.
Oh, Mr. Tom, you are not speaking for me, my friend. I wish I could afford. Man, wouldn't that be awesome, Gray?
That
I
would
would
be
love
awesome.
to afford to be able to do that. Get someone and come over here first class and everything. That'd be pretty neat. All right,
Yeah,
last one.
Last one. I'm going to mention something after this. I've been thinking about something really hard. All right, let's fire this last giveaway, and then I'm going to share something with you folks. Come on, GreyMan. Come on,
Gray. Oh,
Tim R.
Almost a Floridian almost got it, Gray.
He's a neighbor. South Florida's a neighbor.
All right. Tim R., congratulations. You know what to do. Well, let's see. Where is the silver? Hey, just a second. Betty, Dana, let's prep was the silver. And then this one here is, I can't hear you, man. When you say you're getting old, look at my gray, man. I can't even hide it anymore. Although I do need a haircut. Hey, congratulations, Tim R., and congratulations to everyone. Let me go ahead and say congratulations, Miss Betty Randall, for winning the Opus 600 Plus, the Exodus 600 Plus. Congratulations to, let me see, YRT Wins S2 for winning the Exodus 600, to Grandpa D for winning the Simpure, to Dana Let's Prep, and to Mr. Tim R. for winning the 1/10 ounce silver coin, and to everyone else who won something from Gray's side of the aisle.
Rudy, your internet is now like perfect. You're in clear, you're sharp right at the end.
That's because it's the end, man.
You're sharp right now. I was like looking at it and like, he looks absolutely great now. Oh man, you got to love it. But Rudy, I've been trying to find a way, and some people, the locals around here, want it to happen, and they're saying, well, we can help in certain ways. They want to do a Florida GreyMan meetup, and they're working on putting that together behind the scenes. I want it to happen when it's cooler outside versus hot outside. Yes. So I told them, I said, work it through the summer, get everything, all your and I's and T's crossed and all that stuff like that. If you present me something good, I will present it to my viewers and we'll ride with it. So we'll see what happens.
That's awesome, man. Good for you.
So
You
we'll
go
see
for
how
it.
that
No,
plays
I
out.
won't be there. No, I'm not coming.
I know you. I've been begging for you to come to Florida for a while, even though you lived in Florida.
I did for a little bit. Hey, look at this. Lisa Foster says that Fannie Willis turned in her resignation today. Turned in her resignation. Really? She should be going to jail.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Look at that. It's a sharp dressed man. There.
Hey, man. Under Armour. You can't get any better than that.
It's why they are twins, too. GreyMan, Rudy, you guys are awesome. We appreciate you, man. Best things come to those who wait.
Let's see.
Absolutely, folks. Quest says down for a Florida meetup. Yeah, there's a lot of you folks that are within the Central Florida region, even that are really, really, really close.
Hey, maybe you can invite Survival Living. Oh, Joseph.
I can reach out. He's been on my channel before. I did interviewed him.
He's a good guy.
There's a couple. There's I just came across a channel called Orlando Prepper. There's I think JT told me there's a prepper north of me a bit. I think it's north of me. There's a few of them out there, and they can come and have conversations, share their channel out with everybody. You know what I mean?
Man, great. You want me to tell you a quick story, man, just in case someone here didn't catch it, because not too many people watch. Whenever I put up a feel-good video, people are always complaining about gloom and doom, right? Whenever I put up a feel-good video that I'm like, man, this is so awesome because it just happened out of happenstance, right? Almost nobody watches it, right? But then people are always complaining about gloom and doom. But anyways, that was just me complaining about complaining. But anyways, I'm not sure if you caught this video, but let me tell you a quick story because I love telling stories. So I don't know, probably about a week and a half ago, my contact over at RCPC, and RCPC stands for Resource Center for Parents and Children. And that's exactly what they do. They are a center where parents and children go that need help. A lot of different types of help, all right? And for abused children, for parents that need work, for parents that need all that kind of stuff. And it's all community run, right? It's not federal government run. It's community run. So my contact over there says, hey, Rudy, I really need some help. We need to feed 500 people because we're having an event which usually gets us funding for half of the year from donations. And we usually need to feed about 500 people because it's like a 5K walk. And I text back and I'm like, man, you need me to get you enough food to feed 500 people? And they're like, she's like, no. She says, no, just do whatever you can, whatever you have in your budget. And because I was like, man, there's no way I'm going to be able to feed, get enough food to feed 500 people, especially this month towards the end of May, early June is when we do the bone builder bags for the food bank. So I'm thinking there's no way I can do it. But then I was like, I talked to my wife. I'm like, well, if we take a little bit out of the budget from the food bank and still maybe be able to skim by, et cetera, et cetera. So I started thinking, why don't I just call some of my sponsors? And I called one of my sponsors and I was like, hey, listen, John, this is what's going on. Do you want to help? It's really, in the end, it's really going to help children and families that need it. And he's like, he calls me Rudy. He rolls his R and says, Rudy. He says, Rudy, how much do you need? And I'm like, I don't really want to tell you how much. I just want you to donate whatever's in your heart. And he says, what about X amount? And I'm like, are you kidding me? And he says, no, what about this amount? And he gives me even more. So anyway, all in all, my wife and I were able to take that donation and we were able to get everything that they needed, not just a little bit. And it was an awesome video. I loved making it. And it just goes to show that if you don't ask, you're not going to get it. And if you don't try, you will not succeed. So even if you're one of those people that's on a low budget because of your socioeconomic status, it doesn't mean that you can't prepare, right? You can. It's just going to be at a lower rate than someone else that maybe has more revenue to spend on that. But people are good. The world is still good. The world is still worthy of us living in it. So don't ever give up. And I just thought that was an awesome story that we were able to give them everything instead of just a little bit. Why? because God said it will be, and it was. So, anyways, that's all I have to say for the rest of this.
No, that's pretty awesome. I appreciate you sharing that, brother. I did want to let everybody know next week is in limbo. If you haven't heard, Rudy may or may not be able to host a live stream. So I might have to host it if Rudy's wife says it's okay. So just stay tuned. I will post something in my community tab. Rudy is more active on live streams. So Rudy may do a Friday night thingy?
Yep.
So Rudy he'll keep you guys informed, and then I will put something in my community tab as well once we get that worked out and find out. If not, you guys will get a week without us rambling for an hour and a half, 2 hours.
Yeah. The best case scenario is that you host it and I join in while I'm mobile. That's the best case scenario. And the worst case scenario, which really isn't terrible, is just that we missed that Monday, that we missed next Monday. But like Grace said, through our community posts and through my live this Friday and the videos that we still got going up, hopefully we'll be able to inform you better as to what exactly is going to go on next Monday.
Awesome. I appreciate that. Other than that, folks, that's a wrap for me. I want to say thank you to everyone that participated in this and all the support you've given us over these 25 episodes. Hope you stick with us to the 100th episode. We really, truly appreciate your support, sharing stuff like this out, leaving comments, interacting with our channels, bouncing from Rudy's channel to mine. We truly, 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 truly appreciate you guys so much for sticking with us. Outside of that, Rudy, what else do you have to say you want to add to this?
I just want to say thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I'll tell you what, every single time so far that we've done a live after it says live stream ended, Gray, what's one of the first things I tell you? Almost every single time after the live stream is ended.
That was the best live stream we had.
Yeah, well, actually, I say that was a lot of fun.
Well, that was a lot of fun.
That was a lot of fun because it was, all right, and this was no different. So thank you very much for joining in. Truly do appreciate that you guys breaking the week on Mondays to be with us here during this live stream, and appreciate you every day after that as well. So God bless every one of you. God bless America. I'm AP.
This is Gray.
That's great.
You got it right this time, man. Yeah. Anyways, folks, remember, you are not alone. We'll catch you guys on the rebound. God bless every single one of you amazing folks out there. And again, thank you for taking the time to watch this video. We are out.
God bless.